Live from the City of Angels on this Halloween weekend, we have some disastrous news in Midnight Movie Money. This is the worst weekend of 2025 and the worst October we have seen since way back in the late 90s. So, all of that preaching I've been doing over the past several weeks and months, hell, it's been a year. I mean, it's been a while that I've been telling you that movies are in big trouble. Well, this weekend, obviously, a big spotlight on that. But I know you're going to say, it's Halloween. That's why no one went to the movies. Okay, yes, it was on Friday, and that does not help. Also, the Dodgers playing Game 6 and Game 7 on Friday and Saturday night. That takes out a big chunk of one of, if not the biggest movie-going markets in the entire country. So yes and yes, but it still is something that we cannot brush under the rug and say it's not happening. This is everything's perfect, rose-colored glasses, AMC shills, be gone. Because we are in a bad state right now. It's not just about this weekend. As we get to the numbers and we look at Regretting You actually beat Black Phone 2, 8.1 million to 8 million. So Paramount said, let's just shove an extra 100,000 in there so we can take number one. The film was only down 41%. That's a good hold. That would make sense, right? Counter programming to World Series baseball, college football, today NFL football, and you give the female-driven film the number one film of the weekend. Black Phone 2 obviously has been a success for Blumhouse because even though it didn't open as big as I wanted, it's held in there as there really hasn't been another horror offering to do damage to it. Shelby Oaks is completely dead. This film's not even in the top 10 this weekend. As we go through the top 5, and I'll pause and extract all the information from the important films here. Welcome to Midnight Movie Money live, as always, from the City of Angels here on Sunday morning. We have Regretting You number 1 at $8 million. Black Phone 2 at $8 million. Chainsaw Man, $6 million. Bugonia is the film I want to talk about because this is really the highlight or low light of this weekend. It expanded to over 2,000 screens this weekend, and we end up with just 4.8 million. It's about 2,400 or so per location. So this is lower than Springsteen. Now, you're going to say, well, it's a weird art house movie from Yorgos, but it's got a lot of hype, and it stars Emma Stone. So I think that's an offset. That's fair. So, look, we're lower. Again, guys, this has to be understood by you that we are not going to get these films in movie theaters for much longer. It's coming, and movie theaters will be closing. And to the AMC stock shills that want to come into my X feed and tell me this, that, or the other, the fact that you are leveraged and have stock and you don't want to hear the news, I got news for you. I don't care. I deal in realities. And you are effed. And I don't want you coming back here in a few weeks going, well, Wicked and Zootopia are killing it. We cannot survive with a big film every 2-3 months. It's not going to work. If you drive by your local multiplex here today, wherever you are, there'll be no one in the parking lot. And you think that's a good sign? Yeah, the economy's terrible. All this stuff, I can't argue that. But we're only talking about movies. And Bugonia, as I pull it up here and we look at the universal global email for Bugonia, you can see it at 5.3 million on the Cume overseas. Domestic Cume 5.8. Again, this weekend 4.8. International 4.4. The total on this film is $11 million. Do you know what the budget on Bugonia is? $55 million. That means we need to make somewhere $130-ish million to be profitable. It's not going to come close. And here's the issue, okay? So we are above Kinds of Kindness, but that film really never went huge. It only went to, I think, under 1,000 screens. They didn't go wide with that. But when you look at Poor Things, and I pull that back in from just a couple of years ago, remember, we talked about how different it is today versus 2023. Okay. Movies were rebounding in 2022, 2023 because of the COVID closures. People were excited to go back to the movies. But now, with the eradication of windows that occurred once COVID hit, and now movies are at home 17 days later or less in many instances. You're not going to get this anymore. You're never going to get a Poor Things making $117 million worldwide. Poor Things would make half of that worldwide right now. Half. And I know I'm right. You know I'm right. It's not the same. And it's getting worse and worse. Okay? So, again, AMC stock shills. Open up, take the pill, and swallow it. I don't want to hear your shit no more. Don't bother. Don't do it. I'm not the guy. You think you can come in and tell me how things are going? I don't think so. The ace is on the mic. And when I speak, it is objective truth. And you got to understand this shit. If you don't like what I'm saying, I don't care. Do you think that I am going to lose a second of sleep / volleyball time later here this afternoon thinking about the AMC stock shill? That's entire bio on X reads ape to the moon, AMC stock. Oh my God, it's your whole identity. Find a new hobby. I love AMC. I have AMC A-list. It's the best investment you can make at $28 if you like going to the movies. But for a family of four, that's over $100 a month. No family of four is paying $100 a month for A-list. See, for you and me, single, not really a big deal. But for a family, going to the movies is expensive, man. Forget A-list. Just going on a regular day is over 50, 60, 70. Depends on where you go. Could be over 100 with drinks, popcorn, tickets, all that stuff. You're talking about a lot of cash. Back to the Future's number 5 at $4.7 million. Not bad, right, on the reissue. But again, problematic when your number 5 film is a film from the 80s. A classic, but a film from the 80s nonetheless. Let's do top 10, and then I might take a couple of comments, but I'm not in the mood. I mean, this whole channel, Midnight Movie Talk, founded on theatrical movies. We're going to have to pivot. We're going to have to start watching streaming shows. I mean, yeah, because no one's watching these films. So what are we talking about? I mean, we already have a niche Riddler from the Batman channel. Can we get even more niche? Well, we're about ready to with these films. Top 10. Again, from the top, Regretting You, number 1 at $8.1 million. Black Phone 2, $8 million. Chainsaw Man, 6. Bugonia, 4.8. $23.49 per location. That is lower than Springsteen last weekend. These small films do not get it done anymore because the people know they're coming home within weeks. And that is the primary issue. And also, they're just like, it's not worth me venturing out and paying cash a lot more than it would cost to watch at home in a few weeks. There's no more FOMO. Like, movies don't even have that unless it's massive. You know, Minecraft, a meme sensation, Deadpool, Wolverine, Inside Out 2, you know, the biggest of the big. Even a Jurassic World, that last one didn't even get to $1 billion. So you see, the signs are all there. It's not just about one film or two. It's been here for a long time, this whole summer. Remember during the strikes, they're like, just survive till 25. Survive to 25. Well, we're in 2025, which had the worst month we've seen since the late 90s. So now what? What's the spin now, AMC stock shill? Can I hear you? Speak up for me when you have your CEO who still doesn't have theatrical windows in play because he is spineless, feckless, useless. And you're going to come after me instead of going after him? Go for it. I welcome it. It's fuel for me, baby. Roll up, stock shill. Because I can promise you this. I'm losing zero of my time thinking about anything you have to say when you're not even objective. I can't stand unobjective people. I really can't. I want people that are truthful. I want people that do not spin things. And if you want someone who does that, go watch someone else. I don't care. Again, I don't care. My channel. I'll do what I want. Springsteen is number 6, down 57%. I still and will maintain this is the best film of the year. Certainly in the top 5. This year's bad. This is a very, very good film. The fact that some of you don't understand and can't appreciate this film, I got to tell you, man, it makes me really curious how often you eat at McDonald's, Burger King, hell, Chick-fil-A, even though I do like Chick-fil-A, right? You have very simple tastes. This is not exactly what you expect, but it is a very well-made film by Scott Cooper. And I don't want to hear anything about box office on this either when you got Netflix releasing films that are doing nothing. Speaking of that, K-pop Demon Hunters didn't even do $6 million this weekend. That's the rough estimate. So, look, they put that film back in AMC. It's like, we'll take it. No one was there. I walked in the theater yesterday when I went to go see Blue Moon, small film with Ethan Hawke. We'll talk about that tonight. When I walked in, there's like 2 people in there. Where is everybody? Because it's old. It's you're giving people a movie that's on Netflix for free. Oh, you can come to the theater and sing along. I got news for you. You can sing along at home. What? What are we talking about? I could fire up K-pop Demon Hunters I still haven't watched to prove that I'm not the views guy, right? I'm going to watch movies to get me views. I remember when our good friends over at Film Threat, remember when RRR was like all the rage? And it was like, let's talk about RRR all the time because I know we'll get a bunch of Indian viewers to watch the shit out of our streams. That's the mentality, right? So the mentality of I'm going to watch K-pop Demon Hunters is, well, I'm going to watch it because that could mean views. Still haven't watched it, not going to watch it, okay? You might tell me it's good. I have no interest. That's where I'm at now. But to everyone else, let's see, how can I manipulate the algorithm and figure out how to boost the channel by getting views, by watching movies everybody talks about? Let's talk about streaming shows that are woke, and we'll call them anti-woke. How can I get my numbers up? How can I parrot all these talking points to my audience that wants to see that all the time? What a boring life you lead. Do you know that? You might have more money from what you're doing, but I can promise you this, it's fucking dull. There's nothing you're offering that's interesting. It's like, I can guess what you're going to tell me. Like, why would you want to watch someone you watch and they're like, well, I know what they're going to say because this is what they do every time. They're like the wind-up toy, right? Pull the cord. Everything woke's awful. Pull the cord. Oh, my God, I can't believe Disney. Go woke, go broke. It's the same shit. Lame. Speaking of Disney, Tron Ares. Yeah, I'm on one this morning because we're dude, movies are doomed. This is bad. We're huge trouble right now. Tron, talk about trouble for Disney. By the way, did Tron go woke? I don't watch those shows. I don't have any interest in watching that. Is there a spin? Is that why Tron Ares didn't do well? Because it went woke? I don't know. I know that there's something. I'm just trying to figure out what the spin is. No one wanted to see it is the obvious one, right? But I'm just trying to think of it from the anti-woke lens, right? We got to put that in front of the camera every time. Let's filter it through this lens. So Tron is at $133.9 million worldwide. It's a $200 million film. This means that you have to make about $500 million to be profitable. This film is at 134, essentially. So Disney destroyed with Tron Ares. And, you talk about even a Tron, okay? You go back to a few months ago, if you would have said Tron Ares, even if it doesn't work and it isn't as successful as I think it'll be, 300 million should be manageable, even in this environment. 300, 250. 134. This is what I'm saying. It's not just about the small films. It's about Tron. It's about all of these things combining to show you that people are not going to the movies and there's no way to turn it around. It's too late. It's over. It's done. You're going to start having theaters close. AMC will start closing locations. Regal, already in trouble financially. Cinemark, they're all going to start closing. I don't care what they tell you. I don't care what spin they're giving you on the call, the earnings call. I'm here to tell you I'm right. And the stream from 2025 on the 2nd of November will prove to be Oracle-like. Because it's true. It's right in front of you. Otherwise, you're just not... You're disingenuous. I don't want to have disingenuous, fake spinning people near me. Get away. Move along. You are completely fraudulent, and I don't want any part of what you have to spew near me. Okay? So again, hit the road. Stitch Head is a film that came out, an animated film, right? I think it's Briarcliff. $971 per location. That's so awful. I laugh because what are you supposed to do? What are we going to do? We have to. Good Fortunes only made $14.6 million. It's bad, man. Another small film. You had Keanu Reeves. You had Seth Rogen. A lot of you don't like. Okay, but still, 2 stars. You got to say that. It's not like some 2 random people. Keanu Reeves. Nope, we don't care. We don't want to see it. One battle after another. Let's just quickly get to that because I do want to pull up the global email on that. Give me 1 second. I've got to dig it out of. I got to fish it out of the email box. But we're at $190+ million now on the global for that film. Now that's good for a film like One Battle After Another. The problem, and hopefully you guys know this by now, this is $130+ million film. Someone said between 130 and 175. No one knows exactly. Let's split the difference, call it 150. So at 150, this film needs to make over 300 million worldwide. I would put it closer to like 350, 400 to be profitable. And we are at, as I pull it up, I found it. One Battle After Another is at $190.8 million. So Warner Brothers will be losing money. They might win Oscars, certainly land a whole bunch of Oscar nominations. But this film, because of that budget, this is a win. On a film like this, to make this much money, that's a win. But the budget is what makes it an L, okay? I mean, it's mixed because if your film was to get nominations and wins, then yes, even though this is a very overrated film, right, along with Sinners and Weapons. Warner Brothers is like, there's something over there in the water, right? Warner Brothers is just all about shills saying their stuff is great. Look, how are all 3 of the films I just mentioned, they're all from the same studio. Why do you think that is? Because Warner Brothers really works on, do you say good things for us? If you do, we'll come in. So many people in the space, right? Their whole measure of worth is, did I get an invite to see it early? I got news for you. No one cares that you saw it early, okay? The average person doesn't even pay attention to what I have to say. And don't think that I don't understand that too from where I'm coming from. This space is run amok with influencers, shitfluencers, people on Twitter they're using like quotes. Letterbox. I saw a Letterbox quote for, I think, Bugonia. Why don't you just use mine? Well, actually, I didn't issue one, but I did like the film. Go back and watch the evaluation. But no, it doesn't matter who says it now. You could create an AI account on Letterboxd, right? Or you could have a studio person at Warner Brothers, at wherever, Universal, at Disney, create a Letterboxd account and then start raving about films and just take your quote. We live in a world where words essentially mean nothing unless you know the source and you trust the source. And I know that whatever you want to say about MMT and me personally, no one has more credibility in this space. Not one person. No one you can name. There's no one. So don't bother. It's a waste of my time. Okay, so there you go. There's our weekend top 10. Couple of comments. We're out of here. Listen, I want to have positivity, but I can't. Eli, thanks for being a member. I really appreciate that. But tonight, I don't even know where to go because we're in such a bad spot that I just don't. Do I want to do another stream where we talk about the death of cinema? I mean, we can talk about it quickly, but I don't want to do that all night. So if you have ideas of what you want to do tonight, I'm open. Go to the comments on YouTube, Midnight Movie Talk, and we'll just do it there. Okay? I'll check your comments, and we'll get into it. But have a good rest of your Sunday. I'm off to play volleyball. I'll see you back here tonight for the Sunday Evening Spectacular. Peace out. Live from the City of Angels. MMT is off the air.